Okay, True. I'm recording something right now. Okay, so here's the clip art that I'm going to copy the puzzle pieces here, True. So I'm going to right click, I'm going to copy the image. Okay, I'm going to go back to VCarve and I'm going to paste it in there once again. Okay, that's going to go to the bitmap layer. That's on the bitmap layer. Now I would make a new layer, add a new layer and call it puzzle. Puzzle, right there. Okay, and make sure you're on that layer. Your layers, remember, are over here. Okay, now that I'm on that bitmap there, I select that little bird guy right there, right? And before we do that, let's back up one step. Let's close that and let's turn off layer 1 where the bird is at. Okay, so we turn that off. Now there's just the puzzle there. That's the layer we're looking at. We turn that layer off so we can't see that. So I select my bitmap, right? Hit the bird, right? Now that's going to let me trace that puzzle. Okay, now we're going to trace it. We're going to preview it. There's my puzzle pieces right there. And I'm going to hit apply. Okay, and I'm going to close that. All right, and now those are vectors right there. Let's turn off the bitmap layer. We don't need that on there anymore. And we turn the puzzle layer, or the layer 1, back on. Okay, now you got to start zooming in, and we're going to take this tool. We got to make sure that everything is ungrouped. Okay, by doing that, see how that they're not all one thing. If they're grouped, let me show you what I'm talking about. Let's go back to layer 1. Okay, if this bird was grouped, I'm going to highlight everything. Okay, and I'm going to group it right there. I can't cut those vectors if it's grouped. So I have to ungroup it. Okay, ungroup it if it was grouped. Ungroup onto original layers right there. Okay, and there it is. Okay, it's ungrouped now. Okay, there's the bird. There's the puzzle. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to start cutting this stuff out. And this is where it just takes time. Okay, we might want to make those puzzle pieces a little bit smaller. And what we could do is we could grab them all. Grab them all right here. And we could pull those in about like right there, I think. And there's our bird. Okay, that's going to be pretty close. We can come out a little bit further, a little bit down here on the bottom. Okay, we can just pull that down here this way a little bit. So we got to get it in that tail. Okay, so now let's start right down here on the tail. Okay, so now we got to start cutting this stuff out. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to take these scissors right here. Okay, and you got to zoom in. I'm going to have to cut that. I'm going to have to cut that. I'm going to have to cut that. See, now that's part of the puzzle now. This is all going to have to cut out here. Right, you're just going to have to go through. See, now I'm going to have to cut that. And that, and this. It's just going to take time. See, and there's our puzzle piece. See how it goes in there? Right, now we come up here to this one. Right, because see there, you're just going to have to zoom back and forth in. I'm using my wheel to zoom in and out. Okay, anything inside that bird outline, see there's the bird outline, and you can turn that on and off now if you want to. You can turn the layer off, see, right there. Okay. All right, so now we go back in there and we're going to look at that. See, we cut that right there, cut that, cut that. Now you got to cut this to open that up. Whoop, we got wrong thing, so undo. So hit undo. I got to cut that line right there. Okay, now I got to come over. Now that's outside the bird, so we just got to get rid of it. Got to get rid of that. Okay, and I got to get rid of that. Okay, that can go because it's outside of the bird. Okay, now see how I can't cut that because there's nothing to cut. You have to delete that. Okay, so then I come over here to this one. I cut that one. I cut this one. And I cut that right there. I come here, and I got to cut that. Whoop, undo that. Sometimes you get those little mistakes right there. Come in there, cut that. Okay? Keep working my way down so I can see what's going on. Cut that and that, that and that. Okay, cut that. Okay, cut that right there. Okay, coming over here, cut that, get all rid of all that. Whoop, gotta undo that. Undo that. And cut that. Cut this right here, that, and that. Okay, see how we're starting to get the puzzle pieces inside the bird?
She's home, or somebody's home.
Okay. Cut that, and that. See how we're getting those? And you cut that right there.
It's not home. Huh? I know. This is so cold.